Hi, Simon Gova here, another installment of our Friday video, and today I'm going to show you an interesting feature of loading your app and setting values and showing and hiding views and executing scripts as a result of that. So here we are in our default project. I'm going to clear out some of this text and keep a button, and in the script that we have I'm going to delete that and we're just going to start from scratch. I'm going to create another copy of this and duplicate this view, and I'll call it welcome 1, or I'll just call it another name called view, like that, and I will rename this to go back. And now welcome, I'll just say go, and in this case we're going to take this button and we're going to make it jump to the view, and the view that we have here, we're going to go back, which means we're going to go back to the previous view and welcome. So now if I reload my app, I've got a go button which goes to the second view, and then back, which goes back. So now I'm going back and forth, go back and go back. There we go. Now the first view that gets launched is the welcome, and oftentimes you want to execute a bit of code to do something inside of your application, especially in a game where you want to set some variables before you start playing the game. So let's create a new script. I'll call it script 2, and I'll call this init, like that, and I'm going to set a variable in it. So let's create a new global. I'll call this x for my, say, coordinates of my spaceship, and then create a value of 0. There you go. Now that's going to initialize my spaceship, and I need to execute that before I show the first view. How do you do that? There's no way to execute the script with the user, because when they first load the app, there's nothing for them to click on to run the script. So what we've done is we've developed another way of doing that, which is dragging and dropping the script onto the view rather than a button. As you can see, it's being highlighted here, but on a view it shows that, and this init script will run on load, and that's a new event that we've added in the events drop down menu here in the scripts. So now if I do that, it's going to print now, or actually set this value. Now I'm going to print this value as well, so you'll be able to see the value of that, and I just did that by double clicking on the output of this global here. And if I open up the simulator console and I reload the app, you'll see that it will actually print 0. Why is it doing that? Because it's executing this init script, and it does it only once because it's on load. If I go back and forth after that between the views, it will not do that. Now if I did want to execute something when I go from one view to the other, I have the option of doing that as well. And so I'm going to create a show script here, and I'm going to drop that on the view. Now if I drop it over here, you'll see automatically it adds an input, and it's now ready to be a handler. And let's print out something here. So I'm just going to go print, and I'm going to say the value of this is the view, like that. So it's basically going to take and tell me that I've gone to the view value, or view, and we're going to see if it does that. So reload, again we're printing this 0. Now if I go here to the next script, it's not doing that. Why? Because the default for executing the script is tap, and I want it to do it on show. So now if I click show and reload, and again we print the 0. If I go there you see it, it prints the word view. Now I can also do that on hide. So when I go back, well here let's look at the app for a second. If I go back, it doesn't do anything. It only displays it when I show the view. But I can do it when I go back. So when you're leaving a script, or when you hide, or sorry, not a script, a view, when you hide a view, you can also go back and show the same thing. So let's go and back, there we go, back and back. So it's showing it when you're hiding the script. So check that out. It's really useful for games, for loading variables, and as well for populating forms inside of your views when you're going in and out of each view, and getting data from the database. So check that out, and thanks for tuning in. So have fun with Vizwik. See you soon.